Hey, Larken Rose here. This is going to be a short one. Let's see if that actually comes true. I think this one's actually going to be a short one. So imagine that you live in some southern Texas town, and somebody you know is like viciously, violently attacked, maybe even murdered by some nasty, horrible, sadistic psycho. And understandably, you're really dang upset. And you find out that, oh, that person came in from Mexico. The psycho came in from Mexico. So for a bit, he's on the run. Like, they haven't caught him. They don't know exactly who did this. And then they find out who did it. And you're like, okay, at least they caught him, because I'm scared, and I'm scared for my family, and this is, it's horrible enough that there was already a victim. But I want this prevented. And then the brave men and women of law enforcement come in, and they say, don't worry, we got him. And we're going to pick him up and put him on a different piece of dirt. And what? A dirt inside prison? No, we're going to put him on a piece of dirt on the other side of an invisible line in Mexico. Where he came from in the first place? Yeah. So he's not locked up. You put him back where he already was before he came over and murdered somebody. Yeah, because we're bravely protecting you. If that happened to you, first of all, would you feel super secure and confident? Well, they moved him from one piece of dirt to a different piece of dirt. He's not caged. Like, nothing actually happened to him other than they put him on a different piece of dirt. And as a matter of fact, it was a piece of dirt he was already on before he came over and did a nasty thing. Well, now suppose another family member gets violently attacked by the same guy. By the way, this has happened. Would your response be, well, better put him back on that piece of dirt known as Mexico again? Or would your response be, well, somebody needs to, put him in a position where he can't do that to anybody? Whether it's literally shooting him or putting him in a cage or whatever. But obviously putting him on that piece of dirt doesn't help. Do you think that anybody in government, any politicians, are too stupid to understand this? That taking a scary, horrible, violent person and leaving them free, but putting them on a different piece of dirt on the other side of an imaginary line, do you think any of them think that that's making you safer as compared to, actually caging the violent people? Are the people you vote for that just incomprehensibly stupid that they think, well, we'll put him back where he was before. Now we're safe from him. He was already there, and he came over twice. So there was somebody just posted a meme. I'm not even sure what their point was posting the meme, if they were for or against it. It's like, here's this violent, horrible thing who's been deported twice. And maybe they were posted it to make this point. My immediate thought was, maybe if somebody's horribly violent to people, instead of putting him around other innocent people on the other side of some other line, you should do something so we can't harm any innocent people. Because putting him on the other side of the line on a different piece of dirt is not protecting anybody. They know that. And they are counting on their voters being so colossally stupid that their supporters don't say, yeah, what's this whole deporting scary, violent people thing? That doesn't fix it. That doesn't stop them. By the way, people in Mexico are people. There are innocent people in Mexico. There's lots of them. Taking an evil psycho and putting him over there is endangering those people instead of these people. Which, by the way, is something that Mango Mussolini has directly complained about. These countries, they're not sending their best. They're sending their horrible criminals. So we want to take their horrible criminals and send them back there. Doing the exact same thing that I just complained about them doing to us, which is just sending them over here. We'll send them back, and they'll kill some people there, and they'll send them back, and they'll kill some people here. On the bright side, our stupid supporters are going to cheer for it as we increase authoritarian power, because that's why they're doing it. And the fact that any Trump supporters don't understand that is kind of amazing. Because if they actually gave a crap about the victims of these nasty, violent people, regardless of where they're born, they would focus on caging the nasty, violent people, not on deporting anybody. But their goal is to have an excuse not to deport the nasty people, to deport all the other people, to create division, to have an excuse for violent authoritarian thuggery, which is why they're doing it. It has absolutely nothing to do with stopping nasty people and nothing to do with protecting Americans. It has to do with creating a divide and using it as an excuse for more authoritarian power and less freedom, which is what we're getting as a result of ICE. Ask the lots and lots of U.S. citizens who have been kidnapped. Like, it's wrong for them to kidnap somebody whether they're a citizen or not, but it's also illegal for them to do it to U.S. citizens, and they're doing it all the time. And if somebody knows how to think, they would have to say, yeah, why would you just put him on a different piece of dirt, especially if it's somebody who that already happened to him twice and then he murdered somebody else. You deported him twice. You had him in custody and you left him free. You just had him free on a different piece of dirt, and he came back and victimized somebody else. And so you think government failing twice to stop an actual violent predator, that the proper solution to that is have more thugs enforcing the authoritarian government policy that didn't protect anybody the first two times? Instead of maybe focus your resources on those actual nasty people. I mean, this is inside the statist paradigm, but if you're going to have armed thugs, maybe just focus on the nasty people. Like I said before, you can't get that much power just by using force against nasty people. If you're a tyrannical psycho, you need to use the examples of nasty power to scare all the human livestock into cheering for you having power over all of them. And that's what immigration law is about. It's not about stopping nasty, horrible people, because it doesn't work. If you want to stop nasty, horrible people, put them in a cage, again, inside the statist paradigm. Don't put them on a different piece of dirt so they can come back and do it again, or so they can do it down there and do it to somebody else down there. That's not what anybody would do if their actual goal was to stop nasty people from victimizing innocents. Trump doesn't give a shit about protecting innocent people. His stooges don't give a shit about protecting innocent people. The thugs in ICE don't give a shit about protecting innocent people. They are about authoritarian control. And anybody should be able to reason that out, that this doesn't... If there's somebody who's a murderer, would you rather have him in a cage so he can't do that, or just move to a different piece of dirt? So what's your excuse for falling for that? Anybody cheering for ICE because they say, we're going after the dangerous criminals. And doing what with them? Moving them a little bit. When you fall for a lie that patently stupid that you should be able to pause and go, that's not going to work. You should know full well they know it wasn't going to work. It wasn't intended to work. It wasn't intended to keep anyone safe. It was intended to empower them. Same thing with their bogus war on drugs, which might take 3 more seconds of thought to realize, wow, outlawing the substances made everything more violent. It made the substances way more toxic and unpredictable, and people don't know what's in them because it's a black market where people can't be open. They can't tell you where it came from and what it's made of. Hello, very talkative birdies. Dinosaurs. So when political psychopaths are suggesting an authoritarian solution that you can easily prove yourself is not going to fix anything, maybe you should have the mental capacity to figure out their stated intentions are not their real intentions. They're not doing it to protect you. They're doing it to control you. Holy smokes, how obvious do they have to be about that before you'll figure it out?
To wield real power, you must be willing to do what most consider unthinkable.